Okay, I have 2 hearts. So I used my template. It looked like this, but I shaped it a little bit to have a few more curves on it. I'm gonna use my watered down glue, only slightly watered down. But I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together. I'm going to put a small piece of a pipe cleaner and sandwich that between there. I'm going to put a generous amount of glue. Before I did that, I should have done this also. Put more glue just to... And this. Okay, now I'm going to put this there. Some trouble. But I guess I didn't expect this much. Okay, I'm gonna put her under something heavy to dry, and I will assemble him. So he's basically the same, except that he has fewer curves. He's a bit chubbier, sort of. And he has bigger feet. His hands are the same size. His neck really isn't enough, is it? Well, it's going to have to be because it's all I have. So, yeah, I'm just going to basically assemble him the same way and then set him aside to dry under something heavy, so you don't need to watch me do that. Okay, while I have a gooey mess happening, I am going to cover these guys up. So, glue already, and so it's making a mess. I'm just doing this to make it easier to bring this around. I didn't think that through very well. I am going to let that dry and I'm going to do the rest of it differently. I might as well do his head. Okay, gonna let that dry and I'll do something there after, because this method didn't work. So yeah, I'll trim this once it's dry and continue, but that's what it looks like so far. And now I will work on her. I think if there's enough, I think there is. I think I'll a little bit darker and her head and the rest of her lighter. Cut both at once. Do that for the rest of her pieces. Okay, she wanted red shoes, so she got them. So yeah, that's as far as I've gotten so far. I guess I could maybe. Do that and I'll trim it once it's dry. So yeah, I'm just gonna make the edges nicer. So, and this guy is dry enough for me to do what I did to the other one, to the pink one. So I'm gonna trim this off and cover this and then cover the sides. Okay, so this is how they look now. I'm just going to trim them so that they look might not be as easy as I want it to be. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay, so she's trimmed. And, well, he's trimmed, but I didn't get around to, to fixing that yet. And I need to do something about that too. But what I'm going to do now is add these googly eyes. See, I have a lot of these, but they're not big enough for the owl. Anyway. Okay, so she has eyes. I'm going to cut very small two small pieces of this cool thing so that she can have eyelashes. Not sure if I want to do that or not after all. Maybe if I trim it a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna change my mind about that. I don't like the way it looks. Makes her look like a man with bushy eyebrows instead of a pretty lady with long eyelashes. Use a small piece of red felt to give her some lips. Try that again, because I'm not happy with the way those looked. That's better. Okay, I just remembered this confetti that I got in Happy Mail. So I'm gonna use these lips for her instead. And I'll use the ones that I made for her before in felt. I'll use those for him. Even though you won't really see them very well. Well, they stand out better than I expected them to. And so yeah, I'll use those for him. And I'm going to pull out, have these tiny little seed beads here. At least I think these are called seed beads. Anyway, I've got these tiny little beads. And I'm going to find a... Yeah, I think that one is good. That's for her nose. Okay, and I'll use the glossy accents for those. Okay, I had intended to sandwich these pieces of artist wire in like I did with the pipe cleaner, but I forgot to do it. But she's gonna have antennae if I can get it. Maybe not. Okay, I guess I sealed it too well with glue. Oh, she just lost her nose. I have no idea where it went, so I'll just give her another one. I sealed it too tight. Or too strong with the glue, so I'm gonna have to come up with a different way. Okay, well, I'll have to think about that then. It'll probably work on him because it's not sealed yet. Yeah. Glue his mouth. Put some glue in where I want the antennae, so that hopefully it'll grab it and hold it. And I will let that be for a bit. Try and hope that the glossy accents can hold it. Okay, I will let that be for a bit. Okay, I wanted them to have wings, and so I made myself a pattern with scrap paper and cut that pattern out from an acetate sheet, and then I colored that with Sharpie marker and then folded it as you see, and then glued them onto them with glossy accents, and then there you go, they have their wings. So all along I had intended to have these letters for the bugs to sit on.